So, when you think about AWS security, your mind probably jumps straight to IAM, right? It's the gatekeeper for your entire cloud account. But what if I told you its biggest strength isn't what it does alone, but how it secretly teams up with other services to put your security on autopilot? Well, today, we're going to uncover those powerful partnerships.
I mean, if you're spending hours clicking through the AWS console, tweaking one permission here, another one there, you already know how painful and risky that is. See, managing things by hand isn't just slow, it's practically begging for inconsistent policies, configuration mistakes, and some major security headaches down the road.
Look, IAM is absolutely the heart of it all. It controls who can do what in your AWS world. But if you want to build an infrastructure that's truly secure and can actually scale, IAM can't be a solo act. It's like the star of the show, but its real power is unlocked when it gets a powerful supporting cast of automation tools.
And that's exactly what we're going to do. We are opening up the ultimate automated security toolkit. We're going to look at 3 powerhouse integrations that team up with IAM to turn all those manual, error-prone jobs into a secure, streamlined, and totally repeatable workflow.
Okay, first up in our toolkit is the master architect, AWS CloudFormation. I want you to think of this as the blueprint for your entire cloud environment. This is where we stop building things by hand and start designing them with code.
And this really shows you the whole before and after picture. On one side, you've got that manual approach. It's slow, it's inconsistent, and it leads to something called security drift, which is just a fancy way of saying your setup slowly gets less and less secure over time. But on the other side, infrastructure as code. Security policies are baked right in from the start, making it fast, repeatable, and perfectly consistent.
So, what even is CloudFormation? Well, simply put, it's a service that lets you define your whole AWS infrastructure. I'm talking servers, databases, every single IAM permission, all in a simple text file called a template. You write the plan once, and CloudFormation builds it for you, perfectly, every single time.
And this is where the real magic happens. You create one master template that spells out everything, including all your IAM roles, users, and policies. Then you can use that exact same template to roll out identical, secure environments wherever you need them. And the result? You basically eliminate configuration drift and human error. Poof, gone.
All right, now that we've got our blueprint, let's zoom in a bit to the hands-on command center, AWS CloudShell. This is our second tool, and it is perfect for making those quick, precise changes without any of the setup hassle.
AWS CloudShell is, well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a command line that runs right in your web browser. Now, the key word here, the magic word, is pre-authenticated. The second you open it, it already knows who you are because you're logged into the console. No setup, no config, you can just start running commands right away.
And that is the real game changer. Seriously, forget about downloading tools, forget about installing them, and you can definitely forget the nightmare of managing security keys on your own computer. With CloudShell, you just click a button and you're in. All that friction just disappears.
Let's just walk through a super quick example. You can go from 0 to having a user in a new group in 4 simple steps. First, you launch CloudShell. Then you run one command to create the group, another one to add a user to it, and a final one just to make sure it all worked. It is that fast and that simple. It's perfect for those direct, on-the-fly IAM tasks.
Okay, our final tool is the one that lets your own applications speak the language of AWS securely. So let's talk about the universal translator of our toolkit, the AWS Software Development Kits, or SDKs.
You know, it's a really important question. When you build a custom app, how does it get permission to do things like read a file from S3 or write data to a database? I mean, it can't log into the console, right? It needs a secure, programmatic way to talk to AWS. And that is exactly the problem that SDKs are built to solve.
Think of SDKs as a secure bridge. They work hand-in-hand with IAM to manage that whole security handshake for your application. They handle the credentials. They fetch temporary security tokens, and, most importantly, they make sure your application can only do what your IAM policies say it can do. Nothing more.
And you know, the best part is just how flexible this is. It doesn't matter what language you're building in. Whether it's Python, JavaScript, Go, Java, .NET, or a dozen others, there is an SDK ready to go, ready to securely connect your application to AWS, with IAM standing guard over every single call it makes.
Okay, so let's pull this all together. We've looked at 3 different tools, but their real power isn't in what they do separately, it's how they combine to form this single, powerful system, your automated security toolkit.
So let's just recap the payoff here. CloudFormation gives you rock-solid consistency with its blueprints. CloudShell offers you incredible convenience with its instant command center. And SDKs provide security that's literally coded into your apps. Each tool plays its own vital role in your automated workflow.
And that really gets to the heart of it all, doesn't it? This isn't just about 3 separate tools you might use now and then. It's about an integrated ecosystem. It's about making a shift from thinking about security as something you add on later to making it automated and fundamental to everything you build from the very beginning. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. In your own work, is your security truly built in, or is it just bolted on? Because in the modern cloud, automating your security isn't just a best practice anymore, it's an absolute necessity. Thanks for joining me on this one.